Well, hello. So commercial television tells me that you little shits are going back to school soon. Or you have gone back to school. Have you already gone back to school? I'm not good at paying attention to things like that. All I know is that there is a shit ton of school supplies at Target. And even though it's been a number of years since I myself have had to go back to school, I still see all that shit and it still stresses me out. And because I'm having such negative feelings, that might mean that you yourself are also having negative feelings about going back to school. So I thought I would just come up with some tips and tricks on what you can do to make going back to school gooder. Now, I know that this first tip is more so directed to the younger people, but if you are required to buy color crayons to bring to school for the year, if you can afford it, if your family can afford it, spare no expense. Buy the biggest box of color crayons that you can, because there's gonna be people in your class who have a bigger box of crayons than you. And you wanna be the kid with the biggest box of crayons, because the big box of crayons has the sharpener in it. That is bad fucking ass. And you will be the coolest kid in the classroom when arts and crafts time comes around. When I went to school, they always just had a requirement of like, you only need the box of 32 color crayons. And my mom would only ever let us buy what was required. So every year I went to school without the big box of color crayons and without anything to sharpen my crayons. I just had to like have dull crayons. My art really suffered. My next tip is to check your fucking ego at the door. You ain't better than the teacher. You're not better than everyone in your class. Get the fuck over yourself. The second one of my kids bullies someone, they're instantly going to military boarding school. So, future kids, if you see this, Dad is serious. Dad ain't fucking around. You will go to military school and it will not be like Cadet Kelly. And I understand that you do not probably know what Cadet Kelly is or who Hilary Duff is. My next tip is to just meet as many people as you can. Make as many friends as you can. School is the best place to meet people. And if you have trouble making friends, join a fucking club or something. Like, every sort of TV show and teen magazine always tells you to join fucking clubs. If you haven't figured out that the way to meet people is to join a fucking club, then you're literally not even trying anymore. Like, find something you're good at and join the fucking club that's about. And if there isn't a club for it, fucking start one. Okay, so I hope that was remotely helpful. So let me know down in the comments if you have more advice for people who are just heading back to school at this time of the year. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I was so busy in college. Like, thinking back to that time in my life stresses me out. It gets better, you guys. I never have to write an essay ever again. I don't ever have to write a term paper. I don't have to take a final. You know how liberating that is? I feel more liberated knowing that I'll never have to take a final than I felt when I came out of the closet. I have a security threat.